Okay. Babe. Babe. It's your boy. And yes, let me turn this AC off for you guys here. We're talking more spiritual, lyrical, miracle on this MMO playlist. Nothing like a miracle is the horror state that the world is in, also called a hellhole, a preheated hellscape. It's a miracle that it exists. It's a miracle that we exist in it, and we're able to smile, have a couple fun runs in this stupid game. And thank you for joining me, because today, we're just talking about the absurdity of it all. I don't really have like a ideal plan or route for this, but I suppose the moral is to just smile through it, to give it a laugh and push on, doing whatever you feel is right to you. Don't think too hard on it. Please. I feel like that's the only solace in life, is that we can just laugh through it, even though it may seem absurd and stupid. You know? Because it is stupid. It is stupid, a lot of stuff in this world. So we'll talk around it. We'll talk about the ups and downs and the rounds and rounds. But over in Dragon Quest Realm, we're doing more report quests. And this one requires me to go follow Alphen. Deep, deep, deep within them crevices of the historic ruins. So we're traveling backwards to the dungeon. Enjoy, guys. It's just some frosty gameplay with our frosty cosplay. And yeah, I suppose the main thing to talk about is, you know, how we live. You know, money, work, pay bills. Everybody just says work more to work more, and then you will get your prize at the end, right? Then you'll be able to live. That's the prize. I'm like, what do you mean? Work more to work more to work more? It's just like these MMOs, man. It's like, why do we play them? To kill monsters, to be able to kill monsters in a better way. So it's like don't think too hard about it. Don't think too hard about how to get your money, or, you know, where your pride comes from, where your sense of enjoyment comes from, where your sense of acknowledgement with life and why you're here comes from. It's just a game, man. And in the end, once you figure out what that one thing is you want to do, you're just going to keep hitting the button, hitting your pleasure glands until your fingers fall off in the first place. So, that's all we ever really do. We just find our specific slot machine, because nowadays nothing is definite. So we're all pulling levers and buttons and schemes and memes trying to get the luck to pay the bills, but there's no thrill at the end of it because you're just gonna pay more bills. And I think the absurdity of it all down the line is the lies. The lies. I mean, not just the things that people tell us, but the things that are inherently just wrong about society, that everybody acts like, oh, this is normal, this is fun. This is cool. It's fine to have, you know, secret lines of communication, or, you know, lie to somebody's face in the friend group, or, you know, take wallets from strangers. It's fine to do anything, really. You know, it's a weird and rambunctious world, and a lot of things you'll find out it's just like whatever, and everybody just laughs and, you know, pushes it on to the next person to deal with. And if you care too much, you wear too much. And if you wear too much, that shit get heavy. You won't be able to step with brevity. Then somebody can get you in the back, with a slight attack. Won't be able to move. All your resources gone in the groove. Like, what? Yeah, man. And look at that. We found Alphen. I think I just have to kill one of them, and then we're done. One and done, baby. And where, oh, we also have one of the amazing little random enemies that you can fight here to get you a prize, the Zelmia Cranny Kid, so you can get more equipment later. Very nice, very cool. But you see, it all really doesn't matter. It's all a luck of the draw, man. I mean, of course I knew where this was, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but that's the thing about most jobs. If you want a job, since we're still kind of on the job topic, I know we kind of jumped all over the place, but I told you we were going to do that. So you can't get mad at me because I told you we were going to do that. Just lie. Just lie about your experience, because that's what basically I did to play this MMO. It's like, I didn't know how to complete the entire game or how to do all the quests, but I just lied about my credentials and said, I am the hero of time, I can do this, give me the Japan account, and they gave it to me. And now that I've played the game and I've had my training phase, then I can play it for you guys as a job and give you the step-by-step clues and details in order to, and this is exactly how every job is. It's just like an MMO, so this is why you should just lie. You don't take a test and an interview to play a video game unless it's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and that game is weird. Good music, but it's weird, and so don't take these jobs so seriously for what they are. I suppose that's what we're talking about now, but it is a preheated hellscape, and that's the funny thing, man. It's like we're all boiling in a pot in this employment crisis. And the reason why we don't jump out is because they're preheating the oven. They're not just, setting us ablaze and setting the fire on. No, they're preheating the oven. So it's slowly raising the temperature, and we're just slowly getting more and more uncomfortable. We're like, I can still stand the heat. I can still stay in here. You can't stay in here. I can stay in here. And it's just getting preheated. And it's just getting preheated, and it just keeps getting boilier and boilier and boilier, and everybody's just like, I can take it. Can you take it? I can take it. I can take it too. You can take it. I can take it as well. Okay, you can take it. I can take it. Stop taking it. Why are we taking it? Why are we taking it? You don't need to take it. And that's the thing, guys. Whenever I want to stop, I can just stop paying for my subscription, because this is a job. If you want the full impact of the subscription, you should play every day, supposedly with some good friends. I don't like friends, as you've known, as I've said multiple times on this damn playlist, as I've just gone through life and had to discover. But I do like playing this game, and I do want something to come out of it. So playing it like a job is the only way. And essentially this is the musical, spherical, lyrical, miracle job that I kind of wanted and I kind of need in my life. So this is sort of what I'm trying to make it. But and I'm saying this horrible word. I wonder if I'm going to censor it in the video. I probably won't, but I'm saying this horrible word so many times to get it implanted in your minds that we've corrupted the meaning of what it is to work. Because that's what really gives you respect. That's what gives you light in your eyes. That's what should wake you up in the morning. That's basically what we did all the time back in the day, but it wasn't seen as work or a job. It was a purpose. It was a life. It was a reason to be here. And, of course, this was compounded on top of the fact that we had loving people around us to help us through the good times and the hard times and the bad times. And nowadays, I feel like just because we have so many people we are connected to, it is hard to find a specific group or clan of people that you can really lay down the law and get, deep and reflexive with. But just like anything in life, it's law of equivalent exchange because it is so stressful to get it. If you give up a lot for it, then you will indeed get a lot back. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to discover. It's a beautiful thing to witness. You becoming one with your spirituality and, allowing yourself to become one with somebody else. It's a beautiful thing, and it can take time. It can take years. It can take months. It can take weeks. It can take days. But however it happens, you have to trust that process. And if it's not meant to, obviously it won't blossom into whatever you thought or think it will be. But that's the thing. You have to be willing to sacrifice. That's the main thing, man. Like if you want that security, you got to sacrifice the privacy. If you want the love, you got to sacrifice the hate. It's always okay. Well, maybe not that second analogy, but you understand what I'm trying to get at here. It's a sort of alchemy that you have to deal with in yourself that can't be brought in from anywhere else, any other outside forces. It's like an alchemical force that we discover within ourselves when we need to grow, and I feel like a lot of people just feel that sensation creeping in their nation in these big moments sometimes. And you got to realize, guys, the jobs, the relationships, the life, it's all slowly boiling over into hell. But it's not there yet. You just have to do a lot, like way more than is normal to jump out of it. Because once again, it's a preheated oven. You know how hard it is to jump out of a preheated oven? You probably don't. It's hard. But yeah, the crazy thing about life and all the times and all the ways that we try to make it make sense is that you're never really gonna know where it's supposed to go or what you're supposed to do, which is why we just have to relax and do a lot. These calculated risks, they gotta be big. They gotta be big. They gotta be sexy. They gotta be, you know, flowing into what you really, really need from life, because life is gonna piss you off. I'm gonna say it like that. Life is gonna piss you off, okay? And no matter what kind of person you are, react to that pissing off with your full heart, okay? Let it affect you. Don't be a stoic asshole and be like, nothing angers me, I'm not getting blah 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 about anything. No, let it affect you. Feel those emotions, feel the feelings, you know, and understand that you are not alone in your crazy feelings or ambitions or wishes or anything like that, because we all get into these modes, into these feelings, into these zones where it's just like, you know, like okay, so let's go back to this game, right? The gameplay that's been going on right now ever since we left the ruins. I cannot find these damn enemies for the life of me. I can't. It's been annoying. It's been frustrating. But you know what? I kept at it for about another 10 or so minutes here. And eventually I did find some enemies, and eventually I did make some progress. And that's exactly how you should treat life. It's like, you know, oh, I failed horribly talking to this person. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to like a sales job perspective, because I've had a lot of sales jobs where I've had to do this. But you know, I failed completely talking to this person. Okay, I'm not gonna let it bring me into this next person. I'm boom, boom, boom. We're just boom, boom, boom. You know, moving on down the line. Oh, I messed up this friendship. I gotta boom, talk over to this next friendship. I'm like, oh, boom, 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 down the line. And you can't really think about, you know, the specifics of how I want to react this way, what I'm gonna do this way, and you try to calculate all that. You just have to calculate how many times you press the button. And be yourself, because we all have this certain aura, this certain stench, this certain honeydew nectarine to us that will allow us to attract what we need. Not necessarily what we want, not necessarily what we like, not necessarily what we love, but what we need. And more importantly, what respects us. Because you're always gonna bear fruit when you have this attitude, you know? When you just keep hitting the button, you know? You're always gonna bear fruits, okay? So when you think about a tree bearing fruit, everybody wants that tree for the fruit. Nobody just goes for the tree, okay? But there are some people that do just like the tree. They just like the mango tree. They're like, ah, it's a cool mango tree. But 90% of the people that come to that mango tree, they are there for the fruit, okay? So you're gonna get people around you. But when you just act like yourself, and you just be yourself, then you're really going to get the people that respect you, the people that want you there, the people that need your energy, the people that require you to just vibe with them, to get that flow and the motion going on, to get that flow and the motion and the ocean, flow and the motion and the ocean. Okay, this video is getting long. I'm trying to get on 15 minutes now, because I don't know what the perfect time amount is, but y'all seem to like the 15 minutes. So this is our next enemy that we're fighting. It's these Triceratops? Triceratops? No, wait, I don't think it is the Triceratops. I think it's something else. But nevertheless, we are about to end here. I think I'll just trash this footage. I don't think you guys really need to see me finishing off these quests. We did a little bit of before on the Fenrir one too, so you know what? It's fine. You know, sometimes you don't need to use all the damn footage. And that's just the thing, guys. You gotta realize that not every move has to be perfect and calculated and super clean and serene and your memes and leans and sucking on your creams. Whoa, that was a little nasty. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be mean. It's for the memes. Okay, I'm sorry. What you really need to realize is that everything comes and goes at a certain rate that we need to respect. And whatever that rate is, you gotta ebb and flow with it according to you, according to how you feel and how you breathe and listen to your body and all that voodoo magic shit. But that's all I really had to say about these preheated hellscapes. You gotta do a lot to get out of it, but I think the experience is worth it just because I like shonen anime. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you for all the subs, the loves. Like the video if you like the video so it shows to more people, because this content is weird and I wanna freak all your friends out. Bye!